The technology I found in my school's supply closet was the overhead projector. For the first few years of my teaching career, we were encouraged to use this technology in the classroom. I found it awkward and cumbersome, requiring the replenishment of consumable supplies like markers and transparencies. In recent years, the overhead projectors have been put aside in favor of smartboards. The smartboard is an interactive whiteboard that is used alongside a computer and an Elmo, or document camera. This setup requires no special consumable supplies. Students find the smartboard exciting and deeply motivating. They can control the elements on the screen themselves, interacting with the information being taught. Students can play games or write on the screen, saving whatever they write to the hard drive of the computer. The smartboard allows for greater student involvement and participation in lessons. Tetrads are a visual expression of McLuhan's 4 laws of media. Each quadrant depicts a law. An emerging technology must do something new, drive an older technology into obsolescence, rekindle an idea from the past, and set the stage for its own replacement by a future technology. For this project, I interviewed decision makers and end users of technology at my school. The decision maker that I interviewed was Justin Thompson, one of the assistant principals.
I definitely think that the overhead projector was a good way for the whole class to see the teacher's work. This way the teacher could mark up a text or highlight important information, and the students could definitely see the proper procedure for watching. However, I sort of feel like, sometimes the bulbs would burn out or the projection would be too blurry for the class to see, and it seemed like the teachers spent more time setting up the projector than actually using them. I hadn't personally used the smartboards when we decided to purchase them from the school, but I did, however, attend a conference where one of the presentations talked about how great they were, and it even showed us how to use them. I guess they seem like a great tool, and I think the teachers would be able to easily adapt to it. Even if I think that some of them might be a little nervous using the technology, I do feel confident that we gave them enough training in the sport and they would get used to it. I really think the teachers are using the smart bars the way that we had thought about it. I guess they're collaborating to create and find different lesson plans and using the resources on the smart boards. I think kids are enthusiastic about using the smart boards. Whenever I've watched a lesson when they're used, the kids seem really engaged and energetic about the particular lesson. Well, I don't really know what we should do next. I mean, the smart boards already represent a large investment of time and money, and I'm not so sure that we're all so eager to move on to the next thing already. I think that we should just get the most we can out of what this new technology is, and we'll see in a few years what can be next.
The end user that I interviewed was Lisa Monzillo, a 4th grade teacher in my school.
I'd only used the overhead projector for a few years before they started introducing the smart boards. I did use the projector for some of my lessons, especially in math, but I honestly never really found them user-friendly. When they told me they were installing a smart board in my classroom, I'll admit I was a little nervous, but I didn't really know what to do with it or how much they expected me to use it in my lessons. I didn't feel like my concerns were addressed. The administrator seemed to think that I would just pick it up easily. Once it was installed, my feelings changed. Even before our training, I was able to teach myself a few things on the smartboard. It was seeing the kids' reactions the first time we used it that really turned things around. I put on a brain pop video to introduce a science lesson, and they were so excited. It was so much easier than tracking down the TV cart, dragging it down to the classroom for the kids to squint at. It was bigger, clearer, and much more easily set up.